Hello abilities. So this is a review and a look back on how the walking KOMs came along and how I trained for them. It all started when we had the very first lockdown back at the beginning of 2020. I've always been interested in walking, but up till the beginning of the year, I've never really had the time to walk. So I set myself a little challenge just to get me through the first lockdown really, and that's to see if I could walk 20 miles. In order to do that, I had to go out for quite a few walks. Over the time and the months, or even the weeks and months, I did a 5-mile walk, then I built it up and did a 10-mile walk, and it escalated from there, and then it went to 15 and 20. Because we've got some very nice places to walk over Exmoor, like North Hill, Grabbist, and there's a few other places that you could drive to and go for a walk along. So I started walking over North Hill, and I used to go out for near enough a whole day, or best part of a day. I would take a bottle of water with me or two. I would take a few jelly babies and maybe some other stuff just to get me through if dire emergency came along and I needed some food. I always record everything on Strava, especially when it's walking, because with walking and recording it on Strava, you can find out how far you've been for the whole walk. So you're not actually guessing where you've been. And if you get lost, you can at least look at the map, find your way back, and to get home. When I originally set myself a challenge to walk at least 20 miles, I didn't have a clue where I could go and how far it would take me. So I decided to walk over to Holstone Point, near Porlock/Bothington. It's a lovely area, it's quiet and peaceful. You don't really see many people out that way, and you can either drive to the end of North Hill and walk to Holstone Point, or you can walk from town really, so it's not too bad. One day though, I decided to walk up over Grabbist. The thing with Grabbist is I didn't actually have a clue how to get up there. I didn't have a clue where I was going, so I was could easily get lost. But all I did was stuck to the paths and see where each path would take me. One day though, I was walking along up to the top of Grabbist, and I was all loaded up. I was quite hot actually. I had this like string bag on. I had a waterproof coat on. I think I had jeans on, and I was quite done up in clothing. When I got home though, I looked at Strava and they said you've got top 4 in a walking segment. I thought, walking segment? I didn't know there was a walking segment up there. So I said to Coach, I said I reckon I could beat that, and I reckon I can smash it and get a walking KOM. So between me and Coach, we arranged it between us that we would go and see if we can smash this walking KOM. Of course, looking at the speed of the walking KOM, it was pretty fast. I think, if I remember rightly, it's about 5.5 miles an hour. before I actually did the walking KOM, I did think to myself originally, is this possible? Is it possible for me to walk faster than 5.5 miles an hour? But I thought, well, I'm going to have a go. I'm going to see if I can do it. And like you'll probably know now, I'm pretty competitive. I don't give in. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But I thought, at least I've tried my best, and I've done it, tried it. Coach originally said to me, he said, you need to do it in your cycling gear. And I secretly thought to myself, in my cycling gear, that'll hold me back. But then I thought, no, actually I will do it. I thought, because it'll be a great laugh, and it'll be a great episode. Yes, at the time, I was a little overweight, but the thing is, with my weight, I might have said this before in a previous clip, it goes up and down like a yo-yo. 1 minute, I'm doing really well, and the next minute, it can change overnight. So, with a walking KOM, anything was possible. It was possible that I could really give it everything I've got, and I could go for it and smash it, or it could have been a complete failure, and I thought it couldn't be done. So when we did do the walking KOM up at Grabbist, the very first walking KOM, I thought, right, this is it. When we got to the start, just before the start of the segment, I thought, right, I'm going to give this everything. There was one guy that was walking up to the top of Grabbist, and he passed us at the start quite a distance, or quite a time before we left. So I thought, let's see if I can catch him up. So I was walking really, really quickly, and I was doing, I think I did about 6.5 miles an hour average, I think it was, or 6.5 miles an hour. When we were doing the walking KOM up at Grabbist, we were just at the start of the segment, just before it started, and there was 4 of us doing it. So, well, I was doing it, of course. Then you had the coach, he was filming, and there was two others behind, Ross and Jason. So this man came up from another direction, and he left, or he passed us, and he was way in front of us. So I thought, tell you what, let's use him as a target. So once I set off, I gave it everything I got, and of course I didn't run at all. I nearly tripped over a couple of times because I was really, really concentrating on what I was doing and where I was walking fast to, and where I'm walking at, because there was a lot of rocks on the ground. Of course, when we passed this guy, I sort of recognised him, but anyway, I kept going, and of course, Coach was running. He was running to keep up with me because I was walking so fast, and the other Ross and Jason were sort of running, but running a little way back. They were a little bit further behind. So anyway, I got to the top of Grabbist and then came back down again, and the man who passed us was only, as I recognised him, he was a customer of mine. The customer that I recognised up on Grabbist when we were doing the walking KOM, he came in a few weeks later, and I had to explain to him what we were doing. He couldn't work it out originally. He was quite interested in what we're all doing up there. After the success of the first Walking KOM, it did sort of start something off. And yes, I've got to admit, I did set up 1 or 2 segments, but that was all that it was. All the other segments were already there. Doing the Walking KOMs over or during 2020, it has been a big part of my fitness training. I expect a lot of you are probably thinking, why is walking KOMing a big part? Well, if it wasn't for doing the Walking KOMs and having a great laugh, filming it with Coach, I probably wouldn't be at the fitness stage I am now. It has made me get into walking big time. Now I love changing everything up. I love going for a walk and I love going for a cycle on different days, where before all I used to do was cycle. So far this month of January, I've walked over 100k, which is over 63 miles. My long-term plan for January is to walk over 100 miles. My secret weapon with walking is to have some music on. Whenever I go walking, I always take my headphones. Having my headphones in, it gets me in the zone and makes me concentrate on not the distance, but enjoying the walk. If I didn't have my headphones, with the wind and everything, it put me right off, and I would more likely turn back probably about after 3 miles. But because I have got them on, I find I walk a lot faster and a lot further, and I enjoy it more. The headphones haven't got to be on loud, just quiet sound in the ear, just to make the time pass by. Filming the sequel to the Walking KOM over at Holstone Point at the end of North Hill, looking over Boston Bay near Porlock. It was a great laugh. I loved every minute of it. Yes, looking back, I think I should have worn my hiking boots. Thank you for watching. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to the channel. The Walking KOMs might be over for now, but you can still catch the very first Walking KOM and the sequel, which was over at Holstone Point near Porlock at the end of North Hill, over on KOM Hunt TV. I would like to say thank you to everyone for subscribing to my channel and making 2020 last year one of the best years, and I will never forget anything we did. You can find all sorts on Bullet's channel, from mountain biking, road KOMing, and of course walking, behind the scenes of the Walking KOMs, what Bullet can see in front of him, and so much more. So subscribe, once again, subscribe and check it out.